Hey, welcome to the First Step Podcast. My name is Kevin. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this beautiful day. We've got a lot of stuff for you guys today. We're going to go through the Final Fours. We're going to go through some golf talk, and we have a lot of special guests. It's a full house of guests today, guys. So jump in, get excited. Let's go. Let's jump right in.
This is First Step.
All right, everybody, how's it going? We've got a full panel today. We got our buddy Chucky Hoops over here making all his college basketball bets, making all the money. The Gators chomping. We got Javo, the hairiest man alive, looking all beautiful. And then we got Hondo, the Hovland beast, the animal. How we doing, everybody? How's everybody going?
Excited to be back, boys. Excited to be back on the
Listen,
pod.
we've missed you. We're excited. You could tell when we see Hondal, it is golf season. Major season is full in effect. We are just a short little week and a few days away from good old time. And don't forget,
greatest golf week of the year.
Greatest golf week of the year. I'm going to be there this weekend. I'm super excited. But before we get into golf talk, there's something very important happening in our country. It's a beautiful time. There's a beautiful little prom dance happening. And we got 4 teams left. Carlos, talk to me. How do we feel about the Elite Eight? How do we feel about the Final Four coming up?
We were talking about tariffs there for a second.
Liberation Day, baby. Liberation
Day. Yeah. No, it's 4 1 seeds. It's been a little bit of a chalk, boring tournament, but this is probably the most stacked Final Four on paper there's ever been. Just 4 incredible teams ready to go at it. All great storylines, and I'll be there on premises. I'll be there in San Antonio watching those games, rooting on my Gators,
awesome.
and I can't wait to see what happens.
Listen,
boots on the ground tomorrow.
Boots on the ground in San Antonio.
That's crazy.
Barbecue, basketball, and beer.
Breakfast
I'm assuming what's going to happen. Breakfast tacos. You're absolutely right. Super, not incredibly boring. A lot of great games we saw this year, but a lot of chalk. And what happens when you have a lot of chalk is you have 2 really incredible games in the Final Four. These are the 4 best teams in the country, hands down, all year. We've got Florida, we've got Auburn, we've got Houston, and we've got the baby blue boys, and I guess they're not baby blue, whatever color blue they are. Devil blue in Duke. I'm super excited. I think both games are going to be incredible. I expect my boys, the Dukes, they're going to take it on this time. I really don't think the Gators got it. I don't know. Something about that team just, I don't know. They're due to lose. Hondo, go ahead.
I feel you. Honestly, I'm rooting for the Gators. I have the Gators winning the entire thing going into the tournament. But I agree with you in the sense of actually out of the 4 teams, I actually think the Gators have probably played the worst in quotations in terms of they've had a few more battles than probably some of the other ones. Duke's been cruising. Houston's honestly been cruising too, and same with Auburn. They've been so dominant. But this Florida Gators team is so good that I picked them to win the whole thing going into the tournament. I absolutely still think they can. But I agree in terms of Duke. I think Duke right now probably looks the most dominant. But I think both games are going to be incredible. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm super excited, man. I think the Elite Eight was fun. There were some games that were blowouts, some games were close. But, man, Duke for real is looking like an incredible team. They're blowing out teams. I think their closest team, the one was by 10 points or something, 17, what? It was something crazy like that. It wasn't that tight at all. But that front court in Florida, that front court in Florida does look really good. I really do think Johnny Broome, is he finally playing? I know he got injured a little bit. He came back, popped off a 3. They said that he's going to play the full game. Carlos, do you know?
Yeah, he's gonna play.
All right, so they're going to take care of that situation over there, that old man playing college basketball. But I'm super excited, man. A lot of good stories. Listen, we have 2 really old, classic college basketball coaches versus 2 very young college basketball coaches, 2 programs that are historic, 2 other programs that, have history, but they're not like one of these mid-majors that usually don't have a prayer. These are 4 great programs, and I'm very excited about it. Javo, who do you have to win the whole thing right now?
I think it's going to be Duke, but I am interested to see. They look so good. They were the clear-cut favorite going into the tournament. But I do think that this is going to be their toughest test against Houston. That defense has been crazy good, very impressive. So
I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this Duke offense, just this team in general, faces this Houston defense. I think if there's a team that can slow them down and muck the game up, it's this Houston team. I think this is definitely going to be their toughest test all tournament. So I think that's going to be a great game. I still don't even know. Like, I'm actually leaning on, like, from a betting standpoint, on the Houston side, the plus 5.5 right now. I know Chucky's been on that too. But on the other one, the Florida Auburn game, I think that's probably going to be the better of the two games if I had to pick. As much as I hate Florida, they've been a really fun team this tournament to watch. They've just been the one seed that's had the funner games. Walter Clayton's,
that game was insane.
I got to give the guy his flowers. As much as I hate the Gators and just everything about them, I got to give that guy. He's a baller. He's out there he's had an incredible tournament, showcasing himself here. I think that's going to be a great game. I could see Florida pulling it out. I don't want to say it, but yeah, I think it's going to be a Florida Duke finals.
You guys, you heard it here first. Javi Portal, #1 Florida Gator fan of the pod.
I think that's a graphic. I think you got to make that graphic.
Yeah, #1 fan.
Javi picks
Gators, #1 team in the country. I heard that. Everyone heard it, right?
I said Duke was going to win, but
you said Duke.
Listen,
but I just can't
hate pick on in every sport I do. You know what I mean?
I do it every sport.
Everything.
Yeah,
they're not. I think they're gonna beat Auburn, but I don't think they win the whole title.
I think the Auburn Florida game is going to be really tight and a lot of fun to watch. I think you've got Bruce Pearl out there trying to get that champ. I mean, a lot of these coaches have he has 2 finals runs on him.
No, none of these coaches have won a championship.
No, not haven't won, but they've been.
No, he lost to Virginia. They made a Final Four, but they lost to Virginia in a super controversial game in 2019. By the way, Kev, ask me how many times I've watched an edits of Walter Clayton hitting those threes against Texas Tech.
Well, how long? How many?
A lot.
Way too many. How old is Walter Clayton?
On my TikTok, like every single time I scrolled, it was just a different Walter Clayton edit. It was beautiful.
At some point, your algorithm was just Walter Clayton, just slamming on things. I think that game's going to be a lot of fun, man. I think, listen, Auburn has the makings of a national championship. Florida has the makings of a national champion. Houston does. Duke does. Any one of these teams, any one of these 4 could absolutely win a national champion, and I wouldn't even bet my eye about it. I would say,
weren't we saying going into this that Auburn was kind of like the weakest of the 1 seeds, like pre-tournament? I think I remember talking about that.
Just on the stretch.
But they've had a good.
Like 3 of their last 5.
Yeah, and they've had a good tournament though. I think when it comes to the tournament, I think Florida's had the weakest showing, and they've also had some tough games. But
yeah, I think they had the toughest side. I think they had the toughest draw.
Yeah, and Houston's defense looks really good, man. Really good. So I'm excited actually to see that matchup, that Duke offense, those Duke players. Cooper Flagg's an absolute beast.
How you guys betting the Florida Auburn game? And you guys got leans on there? We know Chucky Hoops lean, but he can't actually bet these games, so you can't even ask him.
Yeah,
can't bet Florida games. It's the weirdest shit.
I do. I just bet overs. I bet overs, and they hit every game.
True.
Overs are pretty good.
Bet the over. Bet the over in points in every game. That's the only thing I would do. These games are coin flips at this point. Like they're all very good games.
Over 136 in the Houston Duke game. You guys.
Yeah.
I just like Houston plus 5 straight up.
You think you're going to keep it tight?
I think Duke's path was so easy that I think they're the best team, but I do think that they've been flattered a bit. Whereas Houston had to play Gonzaga, who's a top 10 team in the second round.
The problem with that, Chucky, is last week me and you did the pod. I was big on the dogs. I was going against every spread, and man, I lost every spread that I was going for. That I went for the dog, lost, and everyone that I went for the favorite lost as well. Last week was just rough for me. I don't know what to tell you, man.
That's a lot of blowouts last week.
I was all over the place on the spread last week, and I got shafted. I'm not touching the spread this week. I'm going for just straight up here. I'm just going straight overs on the total. So that's all I want to see. Maybe even total teams. That'll be a lot of fun. What's Duke at? Is it like 80 something? I might do that one. I think if it's at 85,
it'll be less. If it's at 136 with the total, so they should be like around 71 for the over under.
I'm going for that over.
Let me see.
I'm looking at it now. I don't have
team totals here yet.
I don't have team totals yet. It's too early.
Well, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna be all over the game day then. That's probably what I look at.
My one note on this Gator Auburn game to show Auburn some love. Although I do like the Florida. I'll be on the Florida spread. But I got to show love to Denver Jones on Auburn. That's an FIU transfer. Now he's starting on one of the best teams in the country. Whatever his number's at, give me the over. Whatever that number lands on, give me that over. He's going for 20.
Nothing like a little repping of the FIU Golden Panthers, baby. The South Florida Legends, the true team of South Florida.
I always find a way to sneak him in there.
Hey, that's all that matters, dude. That's
How
all
they
that
doing in
matters.
baseball?
Well, we just dominated Miami today. Thanks for that layup.
Yeah. Lay it up.
Beat them
and
10 to
shut
2.
it down, baby.
That was D-Wade LeBron right there.
Have they played in football before?
Yes.
No, actually, that's funny you ask.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. I know what you're doing there, Chucky.
Funny you ask. Actually, the last time they played, we stomped little brother to the ground. Well, we're talking basketball here, so I won't bring him in.
We called him Little Bro? We called you Little Bro?
That's all I know him as. Little brother, University of Coral Gables, whichever name floats your boat.
Oh, man.
Both work.
University of New Jersey and Coral Gables.
Oh, man. This is what happens. This is why Hondo's in a fight with the country of Canada. Because his mouth is louder than his brain sometimes, dude.
My brain, I talk way faster than my brain processes. So.
He's going to get Mario Cristobal knocking on his door and be like, what? Little who? And whipped out his beautiful orange and green cock and slap him on the forehead with it. Listen, Final Four, obviously super exciting. Make sure you guys watch it. Check out, we talked about a little bit of the bets here. I'm going Duke. Chucky's probably going Florida, I'm assuming, right, Chucky?
To win it all?
To win it all.
I'll stick with my preseason. I'll say Houston wins it all.
Oh, you're such a nice guy, dude. I respect
Have
that.
some conviction, man. Have some balls.
Portal's going for the Gators.
Wait, we should each pick one. Like at this point, like we should just each. So we've got Houston, we got Duke. Obviously, Javi's Florida, so I guess I'll take Auburn and Denver Jones.
I said Duke from the beginning.
You did not. You're big. You said you wanted the Gators, you dog.
I said I think the Gators win against Auburn.
Don't worry. I have your pick here, Portal. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure to mark it down, and we'll make sure you get your money. Don't worry about it.
Gators. You run the tape. I clearly said Duke were going to win it all. I just said I think the Gators beat Auburn. That's all.
The tape sometimes lies. There's editing. There's fake news out there. We all heard it. Us three know what you said. Respect. We will talk to the wife. We'll talk to the kids.
Never. You know what? Fuck it. Florida's not even going to beat Auburn. They're going to get stopped by 20.
There he is.
There it is. That's the hobby you like to see, dude. All right, guys, let's talk about something a little bit different. We're off the Final Four. You guys got it. Make sure you guys watch it. It'll be a lot of fun. Let's talk about the major season, baby. Masters is a week away. Super exciting. We got 4 golfers. We're all talking about it. We're all excited. We're all pumped. Who do we like? Javi, I'm going to start with you because I know that we have an idea. And I think, jump the gun here. I think we have an idea. Carlos came up with it, and I think it's a really fun idea. We're gonna pick our players. And we each get a chance. We each do a little draft, and it's gonna be our major picks. Okay. So we're gonna draft a player to win a major. Doesn't have to be the Masters. You got 4 players to do the best in the 4 majors. I'm excited. I have an idea on how we're gonna decide this draft order. Okay, ready? I'm going to give you guys a trivia question, and you guys are going to give me an answer, and whoever's closest to the actual answer goes first. Whoever's the farthest away goes last. I'll take last since, I'm being a gentleman, and I know the answer.
We're going to go.
I would destroy you guys. Okay, ready? Trivia question. You guys got 10 seconds to decide. Tiger Woods, he's the GOAT. What are his career total PGA earnings?
Oh, earnings.
Don't look it up, Pavo. I see your eyes moving. All right, you guys got an answer ready?
I have a guess.
Carlos, go for it.
Let's go. So he's been around for 20 years. I'm going to go 271 million. It's probably low, but
271 million.
These are just golf earnings?
Just PGA tour
yeah,
earnings.
just PGA.
So this is just not winnings, not like first place winnings. This is
not
all
earnings.
All
earnings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But no endorsements.
No endorsements. Right? Just like tour.
I'm probably low, but I'll go
Javi.
271.
I'll go PGA Tour earnings. I'm gonna go on the low end, 97 million.
97 million.
97 million.
All right.
Oh my
All
god,
right.
that throws
Hondo?
me off. I'm gonna go above then. I'm gonna go total earnings entire. I'm gonna go 330. 330 million.
330 million.
I think it's way too high, but I'll just take the high number at this point.
Gentlemen, you guys are so very wrong, all of you. Javi was the closest at 97 million. The right answer is 120, 990, 166 million dollars. The dude was killing it, but it was at the 120, 121 around there. So we got Javo, we've got Carlos, we got Hondal, and then we got myself. So we're gonna do a draft. Four players to win a major. We can't reuse a player. Is that right, Carlos? No,
But it's
no
not to win a major. No, it's not to win a major. It's just total earnings. So
total
yeah,
earnings.
if you get
Sorry,
total earnings in
a
major
major.
season,
You're
the
right.
4 majors. Yeah. In
Total
the 4
earnings
majors.
in a major.
So basically, you're trying to pick
no,
the four guys. The four guys are going to perform
The best in the majors.
Yeah,
the major
obviously
season.
winning is going to get you the money, so you want to pick winners, but you just want to get the best players for major season.
So keeping in mind, in the majors, you got your live guys, you got your PGA guys. They're all together in a beautiful thing that we used to call the PGA. Javi, you have first pick. Go ahead.
Easiest pick in the world. Give me David's favorite golfer, Scotty Scheffler.
Criminal. Sorry. Jesus.
He's the favorite. He's the favorite to win Augusta. He's in form right now, and he's going to be there. He's going to be in the mix in every single major. The guy's going to be a cash cow.
Cash cow, absolutely.
If you consider not winning a single tournament in form, I guess that's your guy.
Yeah, he's been in form the last couple of weeks. That's all that matters. Hey, listen, the season doesn't start till next week.
Till next
All right,
week.
nothing that has happened before next week matters.
Absolutely. You can't be more right, Javi. You can't be more right. Carlos, go ahead.
We all know which way I'm going to go with this one. Redemption story. He's completing the career Grand Slam just next week. Give me the North Irishman.
Rory. I'm going to say
McIlroy.
that's going to be the worst pick. It might be the worst pick.
No, because it's going to count for all of them. So, like, technically.
Oh, he
might be good
at.
I see it at Augusta, but I can see Rory playing well in the other three. He's a top 10 machine.
He's on fire right now. He's on fire.
He is on fire.
The king of the back door. But I did see a stat with Rory's finishes, like since like his U.S. Open collapsed, basically, and it's ridiculous. It's like nothing outside of the top 5. It's absurd.
So
we don't talk about Pinehurst. We don't talk about that.
Dude, that was so bad. Hondo, say it, baby. We all know where it's going.
Yeah, I was thinking like, do I hold off? But then Javi said something. He's nothing really matters until next week. But did you just forget that the 5th major, the Valspar Championship, was a couple weeks ago? And I'm going to take the winner of the Valspar Championship, the one, the only, Victor fucking Hovland. Baby, give me that 3 spot because he's going for the Javi Slam. I'm
so happy because now there's like another player that could just make up the top 15. This is perfect. This is great. This is great. All right, I'm gonna go Aberg on this, boys. I like him a lot.
Cocksucker.
That's what I was gonna go with it. Honestly, I was like, but I couldn't let Javi slip.
He's my young baby. I'm gonna take him, and then I'm gonna come in right back up. We're gonna go back up the draft board, and I'm gonna take my buddy in live. I think he's been depressed over there. I think he needs this. He needs to come back. He needs to compete for something. Let me get John Rahm. I'm hoping that he makes a comeback.
That's a great pick.
I think he's gonna ball out. I think he's gonna ball out this year.
Yeah, I think he needs it. Hondo, it's back to you, buddy.
Alrighty. I was hoping that Rahm was gonna fall to me there because I like the Rahm pick. But I will stick with Liv, and I will back an American here, and Bryson DeChambeau. It might not be the Masters after he might be a little cursed there. But it's all majors, so I'll take Bryson. He's one of the best players in the world, so give me Bryson.
I love that pick.
That
was actually going to be, if he felt, that was the one who I wanted next, if he fell to me.
That's a great pick. I like it, but it's a great pick.
All right, I'm going to stick on the winning Ryder Cup team for this year, America. Keep it running. And I'll take Colin Morikawa. I don't know if he's going to win one, but he's been consistent as hell this year. And I feel like 7th pick is good value.
That's a great pick.
I got a pretty crazy Colin stat, actually. By the way, that's a great pick. I'm pretty sure right now he's strokes gained. He's like number 1 in the world.
Yeah.
Like strokes gained approach, strokes gained, like ball striking.
Dude,
like,
he's been balling lately. Like balling.
In 2025, in the 2025 season. He's
He's
number
third.
one
He's
right
third
now.
right now in data golf, which is the best he's been ever. Even when he won those two majors, he wasn't that highly rated.
Yeah.
He's also I think he's a good pick for the Masters this next week too.
He could win any tournament.
He came close
he
last
plays
year.
well there. His approach game is so good. That's huge.
He's got
at
all the
Augusta.
shots. He's got all the shots.
I just worry with him. His Sunday track record is horrible right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just getting it through, which is crazy because the two times he's been in contention in
Yeah.
majors, he won.
Yeah.
He shut the door. Like JT. JT doesn't get in contention in majors a lot, but when he's in it, he wins it.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll see if that comes back this year.
Javo, we're with you, buddy.
Now it's tough because I'm between two great American golfers here.
You've got back to back, so
Yeah, you got two picks in
You
a
can
row.
get both of them.
Yeah, I know, but there's also a third one.
Problem solved.
I'm gonna go. Give me JT and give me Xander.
Those are. If
I
you were
was-
gonna pick those two, I was gonna get so annoyed. I was like, yeah, those
Yeah,
are
I
the
was
best
gonna
two.
keep them next.
Yeah, it's JT and
I've got a
Xander.
tough pick here.
Xander's really the first one of the two. I was off on him at the beginning earlier this year, but he seems like that injury's fixed himself. I've heard rumors that he's a little like his swing, like he's a little off with his swing right now. He's got some driver issues. I heard some stuff about him like you freaking out because he's like launching his driver too high and he can't figure it out and it's like driving him nuts. But I think that this guy's been like steady Eddie. Weird that his putting has been off lately. But I think that's just he's come back from injury, focusing on his ball striking. He'll get him for him. If it's not for the Masters, he's going to be in the mix for the rest of the year. And then JT's he's been solid all year. I think he's like got a chip on his shoulder this year. He's got something to prove. He really wants to get himself back get himself back into that top tier of golfers. So I expect him to definitely contend in some majors also.
I love the JT pick, not just because I don't think he's gonna win everybody. I think JT's got a closing problem. Dude can't close. He's like the fat kid at a frat party, bro. He just can't fucking close the game. But I do think that he does really well in these tournaments, and he just loses it on Sunday, 1 or 2 strokes back, everything. But I like JT there.
His driver's been a problem, man. The guy hitting the driver off the map.
No, it's everywhere. Carlos.
First of all, good picks. Those are two guys I was hoping for. I feel like I've got a tough pick here between some guys. I don't want to pick another European. I just can't have too many of them. Not in a Ryder Cup year. So I'm going to go with a guy who played really bad at the Players, but I still think good quality player. I'll take
Hideki.
I like that.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all.
He putted awful. So he needs to figure that out, but hopefully he gets it together by the time it's next week.
I like it. Hondo.
Alrighty, I'm gonna take another dip into the live pool. I'm gonna go with someone who's very hot, someone who was very hot last year but wasn't able to really show that in the majors. I think it changes a little bit this year. I'm gonna go Wacko Neiman. I think he shows up at least in one of them. He's got to compete at one of these things because his name keeps getting floated around, and obviously he's been playing so well and live that he's got to prove it at one of these majors. So I think this is the year that he plays pretty well.
I agree. That's a good pick, especially he's been balling lately. But it's crazy that he's only gotten top 20 in a major once in his career.
I know.
It's insane.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. So I'm hoping this is the year he gets a couple
That's
more.
nuts.
I haven't been able to figure him out because like we've seen him go on these spurts where he's like, dude, this guy is a top 5 player in the world. This guy can go out there and play with the big dogs like no problem. And then he just hasn't shown up in the majors. I don't know what it is.
Not once.
And it's not even you can't even use like the live argument because it was pre-live too. He was like that.
Yeah.
I just don't get it with him, but it's a fun pick. I like it.
Yeah,
He's one of those guys that I'm always rooting for him. I always want to see him play well.
Bro, his boy Mito has a better major record than he does.
It's true. It's true.
Yep.
Talk about a flash in the pan. That dude
Oh my god.
collapsed.
Well, that guy
made a
up
double
on himself on that
made
18th
a double
hole.
bogey. Made a double bogey on 18, and then just went to live to die.
See you later, dude.
Disappeared,
I'm
yeah.
done. I'm done. Guys, I'm going to go for my third and fourth pick. I'm going to go with somebody who we talk about a lot last year. I think this guy is just here for the majors. That's all he cares about. Give me Brooksy here. I think he's great. And another one that not a dark horse, but a guy who does really well in tournaments consistently, ranks pretty high. Give me Patrick Cantlay here. I know he's not a super sexy pick, but I like him here just because he does well in these tournaments.
Yeah, I could see him picking off a U.S. Open, no problem. He's a hard golf course player.
Yeah.
He's just so unlikable outside.
No, he's not
I know.
likable. I'm not saying he's likable.
Yeah, Ryder Cup is the best.
I'm not saying he's
That's
likable,
true.
but
He was the MVP at the Ryder Cup. Bro.
He's our new version of Patrick Reed. Remember, like we no one ever liked Patrick Reed except for when he was in the Ryder Cup and he was like Captain America. The guy was electric. Like,
is Patrick Cantlay a vibes guy? Is he the vibes guy for the Ryder Cup this year?
No, he was
he
had the whole hat
ice in his
thing,
veins,
and he played really well.
Yeah.
He's just a dog in the Ryder Cup. He's just him and Xander team up and they don't lose. They're like as a duo what people think Jordan and JT are. Like Jordan,
Mr. Ice.
These guys always win.
Yeah. All right, Hondo, last guy.
All right, I'm between. There's two guys that are bigger names that I want to go with, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go a little bit off the cuff here. Really well this year, but isn't necessarily any big name. I'm going to go with Sepp Straka as my fourth pick.
Love Seppy, dude. Love Sepp Straka.
Sepp has had a great year. Obviously, he's already got one win under his belt. He's got 3 top 10s. He's somebody that he's been playing really well, and I think he's going to compete at a couple of these majors. Whether he wins, that's a whole other story, but I think he'll play well enough, and I think he's in probably outside of Rory in terms of consistency, and probably Morikawa, but in terms of consistent form, like he's right up there with those guys in terms of every tournament he plays, and he seems to be in the top 20 at least. I'm going to go a little off the cuff with some Straka action.
Love it. Chucky Hoops.
I feel like now these picks are getting a little tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know Javi still has a pick, but I'll still go through some of the guys. Like the right pick would be Tommy Fleetwood or Shane Lowry or Terrell Hatton.
Yeah.
The other guy who's falling right now is Russell Henley. I can't bring myself to pick a bulldog. So I'm going to go with an awful pick. Like awful on paper, but I'm just doing it for the fucking narrative. This guy's back. Give me the American stallion, Jordan Spieth.
Oh.
I almost honestly was Spieth.
Like
I was between two other ones, and he was one of them.
You know what's funny? If you didn't pick him, I was actually going to take him just for the
you can't not Jordan Spieth.
Hava loves Jordan Spieth. He's a big Golden Boy fan.
No, Louis Arias is more than Spieth for me.
I'm more of out of the two. Definitely lean JT more than Spieth. But he's a great American golfer. You know me, man. I'm a sucker for my American boys.
Yeah.
So was it my last pick?
Your last pick, Bubba?
Scott. By the way, I could definitely see Spieth like playing well next week at Augusta.
Oh, he might win. Yeah, he could.
He's so streaky that he's shown decent form. If he comes in and is just somewhat his ball striking is somewhat solid, he just plays that course so well. He's got a little bit of that Tiger thing where he just knows how to play that golf course.
But does he have 4 days of it? 4 days of it?
What is it? 2 years ago, we saw him get himself in the mix, and he was just in no man's land with his golf swing at the time. So now, like we've seen him put multiple weeks together. He hasn't won yet, but we've seen him put multiple weeks together where he's playing decent. Yeah. Not a horrible pick. I know the data doesn't. I know the data doesn't back it up. And
that was for fun. That was a fun pick, right?
That was a good fun one. Javo, last pick.
Man,
16th man.
The 16th.
A lot of good golfers out there.
Honestly, these four, I would love to see a matchup with all these foursomes. It would be so much fun. Imagine like your team's a foursome and playing in a major. It would be great to watch. Javi's team would be stacked, dude.
I'm trying to figure out if I need to. If
you gotta keep it American, bro. You got to keep it American. Huh?
You don't. Yeah, you don't have.
That's what I'm saying. Should I pick like the two guys that probably like one of the two? Like we said, I think Fleetwood and Lowry are the two guys that are like missing from people's rosters. But
you got Corey Connors out there.
Yeah, I'm looking here trying to see like what
Tony Finau's out there. Look, Tony Finau's out there.
By those logic, the hottest player in the world right now is Minwoo Lee.
Yeah, but didn't Minwoo Lee?
Listen, I had his outright ticket, so I paid back-to-back outrights. I'm ready to cook.
You won't do Sergio. You won't do Sergio Garcia, won't you?
Well, no, after Javi goes, I've got somebody that I left off that I like, but
I'm gonna go. This one's way off the board. This is just a total gut pick. I've heard whispers that he's fully healed from his injury, and he's made some changes in his swing that are starting to gel.
Willie Z, baby.
Give me Willie Z.
I knew it.
That's what. That's what I
I
thought.
knew
You
it.
should do.
But that injury
I,
bug is
I
getting
just
him.
that's 100% a gut. That's a gut pick.
Dude, I was thinking about it like in my head. I was pushing it towards you. I was like, this fucker's gonna pick Willie Z.
No putting stroke makes me more nervous.
Yeah. He puts.
Nobody makes
he
me
puts
more
how like I do
more
everything in my
nervous.
life. It's just.
Than Willie Z, but if that guy is ball striking like he was pre-back surgery, we've seen it. He had those.
He shows up. He shows up when it matters every time.
Yeah,
guys,
exactly.
I love this. I love this. I think for a major draft, any one of these guys I could see sans Jordan Spieth. I see them winning a major. No, I'm just saying win a major. I'm saying winning a major. I like all these guys, man. I think they're a lot of fun. Even Seb Straka, man. I was high on Seb Straka. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I think he's playing great. And then Willie Z.
He's had a great year.
Yeah.
My worry with my team is that if we had a Royal Rumble, my team is getting fucking knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
I got Rory, Jordan Spieth, Colin, and Hideki. I feel like none of them are even going to be down to fight.
You've got like a little.
Freaking.
Hideki, I don't know about that. He might have some like samurai ninja. Like
I've got some muscle. I've got some muscle on my team.
Yeah, you got some away. Yeah, but he's such a nerd about it. Who knows? Javi's got a straight up criminal on his team.
He does that. That's true. If there's anyone who's more dangerous,
I got the only guy who's been in prison on my team.
I have the guy who hates that he's
assaulted
a good golfer.
a cop. You know what I mean? But outside of assaulting cops,
let's be honest. JT's not moving the needle in any kind of fight, though. Like
I don't think Willie Z could even get up from the bed.
And neither is Willie Z. So
you basically got Scotty and Xander are your only bets.
Yes, Xander maybe scrapper. Scotty, I gotta hope that he just shanks everyone. But let's be honest, he's just gonna try and make everyone pray with him or something.
He's gonna try to run everybody over. Is what he's gonna try to do.
All right. I have an idea. We talked.
Did we leave anyone off this list that we should have?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna give you guys another opportunity. I'm gonna give you guys another opportunity. I say we do an honorable mention, and if the honorable mention it only counts if he wins one.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, so his monetary value only counts if he wins one. Hav, you could go ahead and pick him. You're first.
All right, if it's an honorable mention, I'm going off the American train though, and I'm just give me Tommy Fleetwood.
Tommy Fleetwood.
No, he said it only counts if he wins.
Only if he wins.
I still think he's not going to win.
That's the problem.
He's a great top 16 pick. I don't know about this round.
I'm just throwing. I do think it's tough for his first win to be a major, but if there's a player that can do it, I think it's him.
I like it. Carlos, it's you, buddy.
All right, I'll go. I'm between two guys. I'll go with the guy playing at the course he already won at this year. Back at Portrush, I'll take Shane Lowry.
Shane Lowry.
That's a great one.
Mike Lowry.
Carlos just loves those Irishmen, those Northern Irish guys.
Yeah, dude. Your guys are just doing the little Irish jig.
Isn't he Republic? Isn't he Republic of Irish?
I don't know, man.
The Irish Republic?
No, I think they're from I don't know. I thought they were from the same. I thought they were both Northern Ireland.
Yeah, he's just Ireland. He's from Ireland. Like,
I just assumed because like him and Rory. Maybe I guess it doesn't matter because it's a small enough country. But him and Rory played a bunch of junior golf against each other growing up. And
I'm sure. Yeah,
I thought they were from the same area.
I like it. Hondo, who's your guy?
All right, I am gonna go with Cam Smith. I think Cam Smith.
That's what my guy was, dude. I had him right here.
I'm gonna go Cam Smith. I think he always plays the Masters well, and obviously he's an Open champion, so I'll take him.
Well, no, that's a great pick, dude. Cam Smith is an absolute beast. When he was that guy with the putter is dangerous.
When he's on,
that guy is on. I am gonna go. Now that you took my guy, I am going to go and to win one. Jeez, you guys really just fucking gave it to me there, huh?
There's some names you can scroll down and pick off.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking.
Like a Tony Finau.
Or a DJ. You think DJ will pull one off?
Hatton, Henley, and Connors, I feel, are the three best players left.
I think
Wyndham Clark.
He's such a lunatic. I love him.
Clark.
No, I think I like Hatton more than any of them. Give me Hatton. I went to Canton.
Dude, he's such a lunatic. You think he can actually win a major? The guys just feel like
He's wild, dude. He's playing great.
I know, man, but that guy just he loses it for no reason. It's crazy to watch.
Listen, so do I when I'm playing golf. I knowingly suck at golf. And when I
That's
go play
one
golf,
that's one European that I miss on the PGA Tour just because he was like I miss seeing the Hatton meltdowns.
you know who I like?
Yeah,
You know who I just like watching too is Toasty. Talk about a weirdo.
Dude, yeah. Oh my
Right
god.
there, baby.
Oh,
Love him.
psychopath!
Gators.
That guy is a
You see what he did
psychopath.
last week? You see what he did last week?
It's
Yeah.
insane.
Just
That guy's
iced him. Just iced him.
That
By the
guy's a
way,
nut
it's
job.
crazy. What does Russell Henley have to do for us to pick him? He's won in a major tournament in
Nothing.
4 of the last 6
I'll
times.
never
he's been-
pick him.
I would
He's
never
a
pick
top
him. Yeah,
player.
I was about
Russell
to say, I would
Russell
never
Henley
pick
will
him.
never get
He,
picked.
he,
Russell
he
Henley
needs to be
will never
born.
get picked.
He needs to be
That's
born in
crazy.
Norway to get picked by me.
He's 7th in the world golf ranking, 7th in data golf, 3rd in the FedEx, one Bay Hill, and we just didn't pick him.
Watch
No,
Henley. Watch me
he's
see a
basically
Henley
a lock
slam.
for it.
Yeah.
He's basically a lock for the Ryder Cup too. Like this guy's
Henley,
gonna be
Henley
hard.
now,
It's
Henley
cool.
now is gonna go on a straight up win and just destroy everything.
No,
Guys,
no.
I think
I got one more thing before we go.
okay.
Everyone give one pick to win the Masters. I want to hear everyone's Masters pick. One guy to win. We know who did, and I don't know how we're gonna pick, but I want to hear them say it. I want to hear them say it.
Like,
Just the Masters.
Honestly,
One
look,
guy,
hold
one
on. I
pick.
could do this. They don't even have to say it. Chucky's gonna go with Rory. Honda's gonna go with the Hofmeister. Okay. Port, you're probably
That's
gonna
not serious
go.
pick.
I'm
Hovland
assuming
can't
you're
be a
gonna.
serious pick.
Huh?
What?
Now, Hovland's not a serious pick, but come on.
That is a serious pick.
Oh, you mean again one of the hottest golfers, recent champion at the 5th major? Yeah, that's.
All right, for real,
random.
David. If you had one pick for the Masters,
If
Yeah,
you're putting,
you think
Are you going
if you think
Hovland?
I'm kidding, I have $100 bet on
Take
Hovland
out.
to win the Masters.
okay, I have
From a
$100
couple
bets on
months
a
ago.
bunch of guys right now. Like
No,
we're degenerate
picking-
gamblers. That doesn't mean much.
And I'm picking him in the whatever weekly golf thing league that you pick a guy. I wasn't kidding. I'm taking him there. I think he's turned the corner. I think this is the biggest thing for him is that getting his confidence back and the fact that like he even said it. I didn't even think I played that good, and the fact that I can still win a tournament is pretty unreal. So he's just that good that I think these last 2 weeks, and I think the win is going to relax him a bit more because he's been going so crazy and so deep into like his analytical crazy mind that I think that genuinely winning the Valspar is going to relax him a bit and get him back to dominant. Like some of the shots that he was hitting on that tournament were legit the Victor Hovland of 2023, like when he was legitimately one of the best players in the world. I think we're going to get a nice run from him the rest of the year. I think he legitimately got a big monkey off his back to get back in the winner's circle, and I legit think he's going to contend. So
I appreciate you not just giving a total homer take and actually getting into that.
I mean, it's still a homer
I
take.
can-
It's
I-
still a
yeah,
homer
but-
take.
I understand it's a
I
homer.
just
I
added
understand
some
it's a homer
icing.
take, but I understand it's a homer
He-
take. But
He
at
has
least
more
like,
cuts than made cuts this year.
Yeah.
I understand, but
And even when he won,
What
he's
he-
like, I'm playing awful. That was just luck. Like even when he won.
Sometimes it's better
Yeah,
be lucky
but-
than
yeah.
good.
golf's like that
I
though,
guess,
man.
yeah,
You
of
win
course.
like that, it flips a switch. Especially guys like that, they were like at one point he was legit the best player on the planet. Like during
Yeah,
the
and
last
I
Ryder
think-
Cup.
And I think for him too, the way that he won that tournament in terms of coming back from down 3 to JT and hitting some of those shots that he hit on was 14, 16, and 17 were so insane that I think his confidence is got to be, even though he was kind of like downplaying it a bit, I think he's going in with a much better attitude than he's been going into these other tournaments. Because the rest, you hear his pre-tournament press conferences, he sounds like a legit depressed person. And then I think getting this, I think is legit going to be a huge weight off his shoulders. And I think he's going to go back to the Hovland that's like more calm and confident. So we'll see.
I'm going to say something. I'm pretty sure all Nordic people are depressed. They live a miserable life over there.
The thing is, he was always known as like the guy who was always smiling on tour. And then last year, he just got battered around out there. And he just looked so down. But he looks like he's back. He's talking about aliens. Like he was on a podcast this week, not even talking about golf. He's talking about aliens. He's so back. Like he's all the way back. Like you guys don't understand. Mentally, he's so back.
It is like wild to me. It is wild to me that someone loves Hovland so much.
I still don't get the origin story. It was just one bet or something like that you made.
No,
And that's
so
it.
I don't know if we have enough time because I have a hero origin story of why I became a Hovland fan and a villain origin story as to why I hate Scotty Scheffler. I've got both of them, but I'll say this one we were driving back from Orlando the Sunday of Valspar, and I legitimately was risking my life and my wife's life watching the tournament while driving back. And I literally was cheering. I had it in full blast, cheering like it was the Super Bowl. Like I was like getting amped in the car, watching one of the greatest stretches of my entire life. So yeah, in terms of Hovland, why I picked Hovland when I got into golf years ago, I wanted to essentially pick a guy that was pretty random because all my friends, everyone's like, "Oh, who's your favorite guy outside of Tiger?" It's like JT, Spieth, DJ, whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick some random young kid that I can legit just throw with him, and I got honestly very lucky. I picked Hovland purely because he looked like my younger brother, like at the time. Like he looked like my brother, and I was like, dude, this guy's hilarious. And then he was like the lowest amateur at the Masters when Tiger won. And I was like, fuck it, this Norwegian guy who plays at Oklahoma State, sign me up. And so then I legit just started following his career. And it's just like now there's nothing else I do.
Yeah.
Like, I am a super fan. Like I've become a super fan. And then the Scotty thing. So I was going to Bay Hill 2022. And we had tickets for Sunday, me and my brother. And I had tickets, obviously on outrights, Hav, everything, every which way. And he was leading going to Sunday to win his first big tournament. And I was going to witness it live. I was like, oh my God, am I really? Is this the universe like telling me? And then it was the beginning of the Scotty run. It was Scotty came back on Sunday and beat him on Sunday there. And it created a monster in me that I had to essentially root against this guy.
The anti-hero.
And then I got backed so far into a corner of that he ended up becoming so nasty that there was no going back. And then that's why 2023 was the best year ever, because then Hovland decided to pop off that year. And the BMW tournament, when he came back on Scotty that Sunday, I will hold that
People
near
still talk about it. That's all people talk about. Yeah.
Three people talk about it. Hovland.
It's literally they rank it. It's like the 2019 Masters and then the 2023 BMW. So
he sounds like me talking about Louis' shot in hole 2 when he got the albatross at the Masters, the greatest shot in Masters history.
Yes.
And by the way, right behind the BMW, number 3 is the 2025 Valspar. So let's not get it twisted.
Oh boy! All right, Javo, pick your outright Masters winner.
My outright Masters winner. I said it earlier this year. He was my guy, Ludwig Aberg.
That was super nice. I like that. I respect that.
that.
That's a great pick. I'm gonna say I know I gave him crap and I said that he can't close, but give me JT. I think this is JT's year.
Wow.
Man. I think he's playing
At the
great.
Masters. Whoa.
Not
the
at the
Masters.
Masters. Not the Masters. No.
I like it, dude. I like him. I said it earlier this season. I think he's playing on a different level.
I would love it.
I think he's. Oh wait, I just realized we had Scotty there. Wait, what am I doing?
Don't worry about it.
You could pick Aberg too. I know you liked him. I'm just like I said that earlier.
I did like Aberg. I did Aberg. No, I like Justin Thomas to win it too. Honestly, where I'm going to put my money, I have a theory this year on the Masters. Since I'm going there, it's going to be a little bit different. So I want to make sure I'm rooting for a bunch of different people. So
Wait, you're going to the Masters? Is that?
Oh,
Did we just
now we found out Hondo doesn't listen to the pod, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks. So,
whoa.
I'm going Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be there Sunday on 18, watching Scotty rolling in over Hovland. I'll be there watching it. But listen,
Hovland will be sitting next to you in the crowd.
Yeah, you take. Are you taking anyone with you yet? Just out of curiosity. What?
Yes. Listen, I think my betting strategy is I'm going to bet for Scotty. I'm going to bet Rory to win it. Both.
Those are two terrible strategies. You might as well just spend it at the shop.
I'm going to put both money on both, and then I'm going to do Aberg and I'm going to do JT, and I even might throw some money. This is a wild one. This one's like out there, but I'm thinking like Colin or what's this guy's name? Hold on.
Hovland?
No, never.
Can you throw on Hovland, and then if he wins, whatever money you make from it, you have to buy me stuff from the pro shop?
That's fair. I'll do that. I'll do it. So I lose. So it's lose money. So I lose on both ends. No, I actually John Rahm here as well. So I'm gonna do John Rahm
Ooh.
also
I
at the
like Corey
Masters.
Connors this year at the Masters.
I don't
He's
know,
top
man.
10
I have
before.
so many ideas for the Masters. It's like I'm getting overwhelmed. Listen, if you guys are listening and you guys have ideas for the Masters, please put them in the comments or in the section or DM us. Just give me like some guidance here because I'm losing my mind. I'm so excited that I'm like my heart is palpitating just
I'll
thinking
tell.
about it.
I have a sheet of all my Masters picks from last year because I had so many. I think I legitimately had something stupid like 67 bets. Like it was the stupidest thing in the world. I lost so many of
And
them
Scotty won.
because I
And
had.
Scotty
Yeah, well, yeah.
Scotty
Don't get me
won, which
started.
we know he had no
The
bets
thing is,
on.
if Scotty wins a tournament, I lose so much. Like,
I just realized that he had 67 bets. None of them go Scotty Scheffler, and the fucker wins
none of
it.
them, because like it was like that. Like I had a bunch of outrights, and I had a bunch of first round matchups, second round match. I had every wild bet you can find. And I kept loading them up. And I look back, I'm like, why do I have so many? Like, why am I sweating out 67 for them all to lose to Scotty? So it was a blast last
Me
year.
and Javi learned that the hard way. It's just like stupid money to spend
I'll
against
still
Scotty.
never, it's not worth it to ever bet on him. Fuck Scotty, loser.
He made so much
Criminal.
money last
Fucking
year.
criminal. Fucking criminal.
He
All right,
won 8 times.
guys.
The most likable guy too.
Guys, I think we're good with our major drafts. Thank you guys so much for doing that with us. I'm super excited for the Masters. I'm super excited for golf season. I think this has been a lot of fun. Golf season, I think the first major that we see, the live guys there coming back, playing against real players. We're done with the TGL. We're done with all that for now. We're just here, and it's super exciting. Majors is the best golf. It's what all of us fans root for. Final Four, super excited. Make sure you guys check out all the merch, all the stuff we have on the website. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check out Hondo's podcast at the Stay Tranquilo Sports. And now Stay Tranquilo Golf. That's your guys' new Instagram channel?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing we'll be putting a lot of the golf content separately there for sure. And then I got one more plug for you guys. We're going to be doing a Masters watch party at Bodega in the Grove, all invited, free event. So if you're in Miami, obviously you're going to be at the Masters, completely jealous. But for the rest of you,
What
anybody in
day?
Miami, the Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday or Sunday. Oh, I
It's going to
like
be
that.
Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be Saturday. We're going to be there from 1 through even past the Masters probably, but yeah, we'll be there all day. They're gonna put Masters on all TVs, have special drinks, free RSVP. If you RSVP, you get free drinks. Yeah, that's a little plug.
That's amazing, man. Check that, guys. Check that out, guys. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Have a good one. See ya.
Go Gators.